Leslie. Home again today. Yay, it's Sunday, December 17th. So I think that, no, it's the 18th. Apparently I had the day wrong yesterday too. It's a day. It's only a few days to Christmas. It's a week today is Christmas Day, right? I'm making caramel popcorn. It's kind of a tradition Tim and I started when the kids were little. My two kids, when they were born, were kind of the first nieces, nephews, great niece, nephews, grandparents on my husband's mom's side. So we always get together with everyone at Christmas, and they were so excited about having kids and babies to buy gifts for. We wanted to reciprocate from all the gifts they were always giving our kids. So I started making homemade caramel popcorn and putting it into containers and stuff as a way to, reciprocate and say thank you, sort of thing. So now it's become this whole tradition, making caramel popcorn. This is really noisy, but it works great. There's a little blade inside that keeps the kernels from sticking. So making popcorn, that's what we're doing. And I got these cute little boxes at the bulk store today that I'll put plastic food wrap bags in them, and that's what they'll get given to them. They have to make this giant roasting pan full of popcorn. So it takes a few cranks on the old popcorn maker to make it happen. Caramel popcorn. Okay, so here goes the fun part. So this sauce, the caramel sauce, is brown sugar, corn syrup, and butter, and you heat it for a little while, and then when you turn it off after letting it a rolling boil for 5 minutes, it's only like half a sauce pot. But then all you do is add half a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of vanilla, and it foams up right to the top. Like, it scares me every time because this is molten sugar and it's gonna hurt like anything if it gets on you, and not to mention if it gets on the stove, you're gonna have a heck of a time cleaning it. Anyway, so here goes the fun part of pouring it all over the popcorn. Oh, it smells so good. Now, if you were going to put peanuts in, I guess now would be the time to put nuts in. Honestly, every time I've tried to put nuts in, they end up just falling off. So I just stick with the basic caramel popcorn, and everyone seems to love it. And they look forward to it. So stick with what works, I guess, is the motto of the day. And of course, I'm supposed to actually measure how many cups of popcorn. I just know it's like about 3 bowls full. Popcorn goes, and usually to make a batch for enough people to give it to, I end up doing this about 3 times. 3 full roasting pans worth of popcorn to get enough for all our gifts giving. It's great to have around the house because you have it just packaged up, and it's just if someone comes by, a neighbor that you weren't expecting, and hands you some lovely little housewarming, lovely kitchen Christmassy thing, you've got, oh, hey, I have something I can give you. Makes life a little easy when you've got all this kind of stored. The trick is putting one aside for the household, my kids and my husband, to munch on, so that they don't touch the other ones. Usually I end up having to put names on things. Oh, so I took my son to the bulk barn with me. Wow, Mistake number one, never take a hungry 16-year-old to the box store. I didn't really think of it as like a munchy candy store epicness, and he was he was getting his a gift for somebody, and I was suggesting this was a great way to go, get a whole mix of their favorite candies. And yeah, he even admits he went completely out of his mind and over the top, and I can't believe how high the bill was by the time we left. And it's not even essential foods, it's just all fun stuff. But my husband also makes nuts and bolts, that good old 70s mix of what is it, Cheerios and Shreddies. Of course, I don't think Americans have Shreddies. I don't know what you guys call it. It's something else, those little squares of wheat that I don't eat. Yeah, I'm gluten-free, have been for 15 years because it makes me sick. So it's also nice for me having the caramel popcorn around at functions, because it's really hard to not eat those amazing cookies and squares that are everywhere. And it just, when I eat wheat or wheat flour, white flour, it tends to make me feel really sick within about a couple hours, and it hurts. But boy, I miss shortbread so much. I know there's supposed to be some good rice flour shortbread, but wow, so far I have not had much luck with it. All right, now this goes in an oven for an hour, and we just stir it every 15 minutes, and that kind of hardens everything up and makes it nice and crunchy, and it's not sticky and it's going to stick to your fingers. But it's stirred good right now. But yeah, in order to package it, you need to get rid of the soft caramel and turn it into hard caramel. Okay, into the oven it goes. And we'll chat at you later. Hi, we're back. Caramel popcorn has been baking. Oh, my face is all flushed. Drinking a little bit of Bailey's. You need a little bit of Bailey's when you're just sitting here waiting every 15 minutes to stir the popcorn. Anyways, it's all caramelized and good. Oh yeah, and it's already starting to get that nice crispness. So you can hear it rattling around. So the trick is getting this to cool and into a container before anybody figures out it's sitting on the stove and starts eating it. But it looks good. So I feel like I need to explain the hair. I don't have 7, I don't have 4, I don't have 3 good hair days in me. So yeah, and I'm getting it cut on Tuesday. I feel like I need to apologize because it's been nasty and straight and kind of frizzy on the ends. And in the springtime I kind of got a little crazy and bleached it out, and it was down to here, like shoulders, and I dyed it hot pink just for fun. I was in Rocky Horror Picture Show. I was one of the background Rocky Horror people doing the singing and stuff. Man, that was such a fun show. We did this whole choreography dance and got to do the time warp on stage. It was awesome. We had so much fun. But I dyed my hair pink and I wrecked it. And if you hear screaming in the background, I think it's my son. I believe he's playing video games and shooting zombies or something in his room. Not quite sure. So yes, and I have this little gray here. And the last time I dyed my hair after the pink and we'd cut it and I dyed it, tried to go more natural, we dyed out the gray streak, which I've been keeping because it's a natural white streak in my hair that I kind of love. We dyed it out just because I'm like, oh, whatever, let's just change it up. And now I miss it. It's back and it's coming in, so I'm just gonna let it slowly creep its way in. It's just a little stripe right at my part, and it's kind of cool because my grandma had one in the exact same spot, and so does my mom. So it seems to be a matriarchal genetic thing that we all have them. Wow, I can't believe how flushed my face is. It is nice and toasty warm in here because the oven's been on for an hour. Okay, I think it's time to go drink a little bit of Bailey's and sit and have a little knit. So later, man. Hey, do you know what time it is? I do. It's wine o'clock. So I'm sitting and I'm just casting on a pair of extremely quick convertible mitts. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I just kind of found it quick because I need a handmade gift for somebody for Yule for summer winter solstice, which happens on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to get 2 mitts fit, but finished fitting as well. So I'm going to give it a try. And I found this really pretty ball of hand spun. I think it's my hand spun from like way back. So the colors are a little interesting. There's a lot of thick and thin because I am by no means intermediate spinner or anything like that. So, but it's so pretty. Look at those colors, little pinks and blues and greens, and it's soft too. So hopefully it'll work out pretty nice. I'm hoping. And I'm gonna drink some wine, and of course The Sound of Music is on, which is making all the men in this household very grumpy, but I didn't see it last year, and I love this movie, and yes, it's a very long movie. The problem is there's commercials in it. Commercials and my husband don't get along, do they, Tim? He's shaking his head no. He gets grumpy. He'd rather you tape it, fast forward it, but it's hard to fast forward, drink wine, and knit at the same time when you're watching a good movie. So I'm wrapping it up, and we'll see you tomorrow. It's shop day tomorrow, so I'll be in the store all day. I have no idea what the weather's going to be like. The roads were slippery today. We shouldn't have probably taken the back roads to Picton, but my son has got his G1 driver's license, so he wanted to drive. I'm sorry, the dog is shaking the camera and it's gonna fall in a second. Milo, stop it. So we took the back roads and they were very icy, so Quinn got to learn a little bit about driving on icy roads. Good thing my little truck's got all-wheel drive, because there was one corner that he kind of took at a high speed and my claw, I have claw marks. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Oh, hello. Milo. I'm trying to hold the camera up and the dog's kissing me at the same time. Good dog. Yeah, so I've got dents probably in the armrest of trying to take that corner and not end up in the ditch and Quinn driving. And then, of course, the arguments ensued about how he should have taken it slower and how I didn't explain myself well enough, all that kind of fun stuff. Cheers. It's always fun teaching your 16-year-old how to drive. Hi, buddy. Yes, I know. You don't want any wine. Good night, all. Sleep well. See you tomorrow.